Nintendo and its development team seem to be going through a massive restructure. There is a ton of teams seemingly working on 2 different games at the same time. In this video, I'll be going over the timeline for those games and why I think they're actually making more teams and splitting up their existing ones. So if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about this. Nintendo's 10 development teams, or entertainment planning and development teams. So these are the teams that actually make the games that we play. You can think of them as like development studios, but they're all in-house. You have the external teams up top and some games that they've made. They work together alongside other studios to make the games. And then we have internal teams that basically work in-house without any teams and are the main games that we do play on the Switch. When it comes to today's topic, we're going to be talking about EDP 5 and EDP 8, which is also the Splatoon and Animal Crossing team and the Mario team, because things have been getting weird. When it comes to EDP 5, there have been rumors of an Animal Crossing coming out in 2026, as well as the announcement of Splatoon Raiders. And I don't think they have the bandwidth to making both of those games in about a year's time. And I can already hear you saying, oh, but they have, development time and they could be holding on to the game. And you are 100% true. They could have been holding on to Splatoon Raiders until, now, and then they could be releasing it. And then we could have Animal Crossing 2026. They're still actively developing it. But I think they split the team up. And I think so do a lot of people as well. So a brief timeline when it comes to Splatoon 3. On September 9th, 2022, Splatoon 3 launches. Then in February 2023, we announcement and release of Wave 1 DLC. And then in February of 2024, exactly a year later, we got Side Order DLC. And then that is where we kind of assume the development ended for Splatoon 3. But we also got the announcement of version 10.0 in Splatoon, which added like 30 new kits and everything. And this is where officially the development has ended. I would assume. I don't think they're going to add anything else. This was also announced alongside Splatoon Raiders, which seemingly is made by the same team who makes the mainline Splatoon games. It isn't passed off onto another team, which is good because I think the integrity and the spirit of the Splatoon franchise will stay inside the spinoff. Presumably, the 10.0 update for Splatoon 3 was done for a while, and they just kind of wanted to wait till the Switch 2 came out to give it a final send-off and this announcement. When it comes to Splatoon Raider, I'm assuming this was in development alongside the Side Order DLC. If we were to assume that Splatoon Raiders was actually started development after the end of the original launch of Splatoon 3, this has been in development for about 3 years because, again, Splatoon 3 launched in 2022. September 9th. I'm assuming that they split the team up. So Splatoon 3 got split, half the team working on the DLC or 75% of the team is working on Raiders, which makes sense because it's just the DLC. They don't need to work too much on it. And it's worth noting that, again, Raiders came out almost a year after the DLC was announced. So they had quite a long development time for this rogue-like experience. It's worth noting that this is all pretty much after everything that came out with Animal Crossing. The original launch of Animal Crossing New Horizons came out in 2020, and the Happy Home Paradise DLC, as well as the last major free update, came out in November 5th of 2021. Sorry, I just listed a bunch of dates there, but with each of these dates lining up pretty close, and developments for video games have just been getting longer and longer, it's safe to assume that EDP 5 has split into a Splatoon 3 team and a Animal Crossing New Horizons team. I doubt they're changing their name from EDP 5. I'd be interested if they'd actually add like EDP 11 and EDP 12, but we would have to see. I honestly think Nintendo having a dedicated Splatoon team and a dedicated Animal Crossing team makes a lot of sense. Because out of all the games that you see on the screen, I think those 2 games are the most in line with younger generation audiences and their gaming habits, also known as an online service title. These are probably the 2 games that fit the online service like a glove. And you honestly need dedicated teams for that. And that is why I think they actually might be splitting up. But what does this mean for Animal Crossing 2026? We've been hearing a lot of rumors on that. When it comes to Animal Crossing 2026, if we were to assume that the team separated exclusively without merging back in, forego a few people, which we have seen in the credits, I think only about 30 people of the 100 people in each of the teams have crossed over for minor roles in helping. There is a really great video I will link in the description that explains the whole EDP5 kind of situation when it comes to the credits, both Splatoon 3 and Animal Crossing New Horizons. Assuming that EDP5 split into two different teams, being the Splatoon 3 team and the Animal Crossing team, Animal Crossing 2026 has been in development since 2021. So it actually makes a lot of sense for the next generation Animal Crossing to come out next year, because it's almost been, it would be 5 years development cycle, especially for a game of this caliber. It makes a lot of sense. That it's only one team that I think that's splitting. Another team I think is the Nintendo EPD Tokyo team, or basically the team that handles major 3D Mario games. They are a very solid team that makes really great games, known for like Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Odyssey. And I think we all saw it from the recent announcement for Donkey Kong Bonanza. This is coded with the EPD Tokyo team. This right here is exactly what EPD Tokyo would create. It has a lot of the gameplay styles, has the look, has the feel. So a lot of us are assuming this is made by them, which would then mean we're not getting a 3D Mario game for probably another 4 years at the minimum, because 3D Mario takes a while to develop. It is Nintendo's literal mascot. They're going to put a lot of time into it. This makes me believe that they might have split that team off as well. One team working on Donkey Kong Bonanza, while the other one starts or is in progress with the next mainline Mario game. This one I'm a little less convinced of though, because if Animal Crossing were to come out in 2026, it could theoretically be a holiday title. But then again, Animal Crossing could come out in the summer, and a 3D Mario could come out next year for a holiday title in 2026. Or this year. We still have a codename SP Red to deal with to find out what's about. But that's my thoughts when it comes to EPD Tokyo. That's kind of about it when it comes to that. I think I had more information when it came to EDP5. But the Tokyo team definitely made Donkey Kong Bonanza. And we're just going to have to see if there's an announcement for a 3D Mario game to see if they made that one as well. I'd be surprised if they didn't, because they have a stellar record. But don't think this is a bad thing, by the way. This just means Nintendo is growing as a company. And we've seen this a lot with Nintendo letting a lot of younger, I'm not going to say developers, associates, leaders, take leadership roles in the games. Look at Splatoon 3. A lot of those people were made with younger developers, as well as Pokemon. I know it's not technically Nintendo, but they're letting a lot of younger staff take control because they are the future of the company. And if they continue putting out bangers like this, I think the future is great. That's really about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that EDP5 and Tokyo split? Or am I just crazy? Anyways, I'm Grounded at 1, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.